Hello everyone, this is Malti Ankodia from GBC Ajmer. Students, today we are going to study the poem Where the Mind is Without Fear, written by Rabindranath Tagore. Here's the poem, let me read for you once. Where the mind is without fear and head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by the into ever widening thoughts and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Now see the meaning of the poem line by line. The first line, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. A person who is truly independent should be allowed to think freely without any kind of fear. The lives of people with dignity and without fear, that brings a healthy life. People should live a life which has no fear. Fearful experience of life yields no meaning in life. It gives the people a taste of death before the ultimate demise of the body. Yes, in the very first line, the poet prays to the Almighty that his countrymen should be free from any kind of fear of oppression and forced compulsion. He wishes that everyone in his country has his head held high in dignity. In other words, we can say, according to him, in a truly free country, every person should be fearless and should have a sense of self dignity. Yes? Now, see the second line of the poem, where knowledge is free. Where knowledge is free means, now the poet suggests a very important aspect of freedom. He wishes for such a nation where people would have access to free education. The line might suggest so. Adding to it, Tagore seems to suggest imparting of free knowledge, irrespective of caste, culture, and creed, shall serve the real purpose of education. Thus, spreading it to the last percent of the society would be like shaping and making of the bricks for the entire development of the nation. Nevertheless, the line might also suggest that knowledge should not be corrupted with prejudices and preoccupations of any kind. Many Marxist historians in India doubt everything before actually looking into them. Tagore warns against such knowledge. Yes? The mind is without fear, the poem dreams of the nation where knowledge would be free. Education should not be restricted to the upper class, not only, but everybody should be allowed to acquire knowledge. Not only that, the children should learn freely from the nature and the world around them. They should not be forced memorize some predetermined lessons. Yes? And this is the Tagore's typical concept of education. Is to God for such a nation which remains undivided, where there is no possibility in the present as well as in future of partition within the country. The poet seemingly suggests against any kind of division by domestic walls, castes, creed, religion, beliefs, political alignment. Domestic walls of any kind are only narrow minded. Another way we can say, the poet emphasizes the unity of not only of his countrymen but also of the entire world. He thinks there should be no division among people based on their caste, creed, and color, religion, and other baseless superstitions. Yes? and we should not suffer with prejudices and superstitions, should not be divide the people in group and break their unity. And India is known for the unity in diversity. Yes, see the fourth line where words come out from the depth of truth. The poet's words suggest the vision for a country where people only speak the truth in any condition. Means Tagore wants a nation where people are truthful. They should not be superficial and words should come out from the depth of their hearts. Now see the fifth line. Where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection. Rabindranath Tagore hints that Parmeshwar inspires a nation where people should move forward steadily for the combined effort with firm determination to avoid any kind of ailment and impurity in their behavior and manners. The countrymen should strive for betterment in all aspects of the human world, a march towards perfection which is decorated with tireless efforts and hard work. That this is the poet's suggestion. Yes? And this line the poet wants everyone to work hard to reach their goal. And in the long run, to reach perfection. He thinks they should not be tired by working. People should not be lazy and ignoring their work. And they should not believe in procrastination. Yes? See the next line, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. In this line, the poem requests to his deity, Ishwar or Bhagwan, as we say, to impart reason and logic and lighten the minds of people so that they would not leave the path of reason to carry out day-to-day affairs. Nothing should become a part of life which is accepted as a habit without any reasoning involved. Yes, the poet compares reason and logical thinking to a clear stream, and in the next line compares dead habits and superstitious beliefs to a dreary desert. He wants the stream of reason not to lose its way into the desert of prejudices. In short, people's thought should be monitored by rational thinking, not by superstition. Logic should rule over old baseless beliefs. So the next line, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action. Into that heaven is freedom, my father, let my country awake. Means the poet requests to his Ishwar, his Bhagwan, his guide, not only Parampita can lead such a nation to success, people would moving forward with actions guided by crystal clear thoughts, which often yield positive results. Thus, the poet sums up the prayer with final words that he wishes our country India or Bharat should awake and taste the heaven that freedom can bring to us under the guidance of our Parampita Parmeshwar. Yes? Means the poet wishes his countrymen to be progressive and broad-minded. He wants that their minds are led forward to ever-widening thoughts and action by the Almighty. In short, we should be open-minded and do something unusual or extraordinary, overcoming the narrowness of mind. So, here we have done our poem. I hope you understood, guys. To conclude, Where the Mind is Without Fear is a poem in which Tagore reveals his personal quest for the divine and characterized by the variety of original themes, both in thoughts and expression. This poem is remarkable, a great extent which expresses the intensity of feeling of freedom. His poem is universal and its appeal and a vision the heaven of freedom and happier future for mankind. So guys, I hope you understood. Thank you and good luck for everyone.